Got a short video for you guys today. The Steeda high flow air filters have come in for the car. We're going to be putting them on, but most importantly, we're going to talk about why did I get these and do they make any difference on a stock naturally aspirated car? But what about boosted? So you just need a flathead screwdriver to take these off. Nothing too crazy. Not hard to do. But regarding these high flow filters, here's what Steeda made on their dyno with these filters. Now, mind you, before we play the video, I don't know if they took the carbon trap stuff out, because with them being a shop and whatnot, see, this is really easy to take off. Look at that, 4,200 miles, and it looks like garbage. You can still see through both of them. I digress. But they didn't mention that, and since they're a shop, I would imagine that they probably kept the carbon trap filters in there. I'll double check on the video to see if they mention anything, but I don't think they do, because they can't legally do that because it's an EPA thing. But in our case, we're making the horsepower at least what they showed in the video, and what plus any benefits of taking the carbon traps out for more airflow, since that is blocking some of the volume within the inlet tube.
The other thing is with our power stack design, you're actually going to end up with about 12% more surface area than the factory air filter. So once again, once you're able to tune these cars, add ported cylinder heads, camshafts, E85, you're going to have more potential to make more horsepower, given that this air filter has a larger surface area than the factory air filter. The other thing about these air filters is it's got the spike collector on the inside. Now, similar to an exhaust header, what it does is going to help the incoming air from the sides and from the front help merge together. What that's going to do is help increase velocity. Like I said, similar to a spike collector on an exhaust header. You're going to have that spike collector because the exhaust coming from the different header tubes are going to be able to merge better, therefore increasing the velocity. Once you increase the velocity of air, whether it's coming into the motor or out of the motor, you're going to make more horsepower. We're shocked. Actually made 3 horsepower and 2 foot-pounds of torque. Now, before you say, oh, were the variables controlled? Of course they were. All tests were ran at 175-degree water temperature with the hood closed. Well, why? Because that's how you drive your car. You don't drive your car with the hood open. So hood was closed, carbon traps installed, 175 degrees, and we stood on that loud pedal. Stock 432 with the Steeda air filters, you're looking at 435, and torque went from 391 to 393. Now the beauty of it is just like on the Steeda Silver Bullet, it made power everywhere. There was nowhere where the stock air filters actually made more power.
So we just simply put this right back on, like so. It is a tight fit. There we go. It is a tight fit, so don't worry about that. And then we'll just close her back up, and we're good to go. That simple. Now these blue filters do look really good too, in my opinion. So already a plus when it comes to aesthetics. Now you can reuse these blue filters too if you get a cold air intake. JLT is getting ready to release theirs. They should be shipping out this month, actually, I do believe. And I mean, it just looks so much better. Now the thing is this gives you better airflow because remember, this acts like a vacuum. The engine acts like a vacuum. So you're getting more airflow sucked in through here too, if the air can reach through it. It looks like in the box, the air can get from the bottom and come in and suck in, versus this, which can't suck any air in at all. And this paper, I don't know. This paper is really thick versus a sponge-like material, but it does make gains, as you saw in their video. So why am I doing this though now? I'm preparing for boost. Now you guys know the more air you can suck in when it comes to boost, the more power you're going to make. So because of that, and I'm going to get a Roush that uses the stock air intake, I'm going to use these high flow filters to produce more horsepower than I would with the stock filters, because these can suck in more air than the stock filters, thus creating more horsepower. In a boosted application, will definitely create more horsepower than NA, because we're forcing air into the engine via supercharger. Now, another thing is you can utilize these with a cold air intake like I mentioned earlier. So if we put the JLT to get rid of all these ribs that I feel like, I don't know, there's just something about these I feel like, just, this is an opinionated, and there might actually be real data on this, but there's ribs in here, and inside I feel like they just causes a very bad air disturbance. So I think with the JLT cold air intake, maybe ported throttle bodies, and then these high flow filters, you're going to probably look at 20 plus horsepower addition with the Roush supercharger, specifically since it uses the same dual inlet cold air intake system that the S650 is known for. So there you guys have it. Simple install. This is a very well designed air filter. I highly recommend them. They're not that expensive, like 150 bucks, and you can get a discount on them on Lethal Performance. You get like 10% off or something. Sometimes Steeda sell these even cheaper, but if you're wanting to get them ASAP, there you go. Go on lethalperformance.com. This is not a sponsorship or anything. I'm just telling you where I got them and how I got them cheaper than getting them off the Steeda website. So they look good. You're going to perform a little bit better NA, but we're mainly getting ready for boost for the Roush supercharger. I can't wait. One step at a time, one modification at a time. Let's get it. If you enjoyed the video, smash the like button. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. I did go to the dealer. This is a small update. I did go to the dealer, and we scheduled a service to check out the transmission noise. And it's not this Friday, but next Friday. So in a couple weeks, about 3 weeks, we should get an answer. But there you have it. Smash the like button. Comment in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.